Hello guys, welcome back to another Android Studio tutorial. In this episode, we are going to create an Android application that download an image from internet. So the first thing we need an image from internet. So here I simply put an image into one of my blog and now this image is available on internet. So now I am going to create an Android application that download this image using AsyncTask. So create a new project in Android Studio. The first thing we have to copy the image URL. So I open the blog again and first I copy the image URL and go to the main activity.java file. Create a string variable. I name it as image URL and paste the URL here. Okay. Now we are going to download the image available on this URL using AsyncTask. Okay. So first we have to create the GUI for the application. So go to the activity main.xml file. Go to the XML version. Here is a text view is available. Remove that one. Now change the layout into linear layout. Close the layout. Okay. Also provide an orientation for the linear layout. Android orientation into vertical. Now I need a button to start the download. So add a new button. Specify the width as 190 dp and specify the height as wrap content and with some text. Android text start download. Now we have to provide some ID for the button. So Android NT plus ID. I name it as button. Okay. Also specify the layout gravity. Android layout gravity into center. Okay, now we have a button available on the XML file. Now I need an image view to display the downloaded image. So add an image view. Specify the width as wrap content. Specify the height as 400 dp. Also specify a margin at the top. Android margin top, layout margin top into 50 dp. Now need an ID for the image view. ID plus ID plus ID equal to, I name it as image view. Also specify the layout gravity into center. Okay. Now we have a button and an image view available on this layout. Okay. Now go to the main activity.java file. There is no need of an options menu, so I remove these unwanted methods. Now first create some variable for button and image view. I name the variable as button. Now create a variable for image view. I name it as image view. Okay. The first thing we have to initialize these variables. First one is button equal to find view by id r dot id dot button and typecast this one into button. Okay. Now we have to initialize the image view. Image view equal to find view by id r dot id dot image view. and typecast this one into image view. Okay, now create an on click listener for the button. So button dot set on click listener. Okay, so now we have to create an async task to download the image. So here within this class, now here I am going to create an async task. So create a class. I name the class as download task and extends async task. You have to specify the generic types. So here first I pass void for the generic types, void. Okay, also you need to implement the method. You have to implement doing background method and click OK. Okay, so we need some other methods available with async task. First one we need on create, on post execute. First one is on pre execute. Now I need on progress update, and finally I need on post execute. Okay, now we override almost all the methods from async task. Now I need a progress bar to display the download progress. So for that, here within this class I create some variable for progress dialog. And now I am going to initialize the progress dialog within the on pre-execute method. So progress dialog equal to new progress dialog main activity dot this. Now we have to set some title for the progress dialog. So we call the method set title download in progress. Okay, now we have to set some style for the progress dialog. I need a horizontal progress bar. So progress dialog dot set progress style, progress dialog dot style horizontal. Now we have to set some maximum progress for the dialog. Set max, I set the maximum into 100. Now specify the current progress status. Set progress into 0. Okay, and finally make the progress dialog visible using show method. Okay, so now we have to start the download progress. We have to download the image from this URL. Here we have the URL. So we have to execute the async task. So for execute the async task, I have to create an object of the download task class that extends async task. So here I create an object for download task equal to new download task. So now I have to call the execute method to start the downloading. So I have to download image from the URL. So I have to pass the URL to the async task. So I call the execute method using that object. So download task dot execute. So here I am going to pass the image URL. So it is available on the variable image URL. Okay, so here we have a parameter for the async task, that is the image URL. It is of string type, so we have to change the generic type on the async task. So you have to change the first parameter into string. Okay, so inside the doing background method, instead of void, you have to change this one into string. Okay, and here I'm going to get the URL. I name it as path equal to get the value from the 0th index of the argument. So now we have the image URL on this variable called path. Okay, so the first thing we have to create an object for URL. So create an object of URL. I name it as URL equal to new URL and specify the image URL. It is available on this variable path. Okay, now here you need to provide some try catch because this statement may cause some exceptions, so surround with some try catch block. The exception is malformed URL exception. Okay, so now we have to create some variable for URL connection. I name it as URL connection equal to URL dot open connection. Of course, this will cause some IO exceptions. We have to add catch clause. It is IO exception. Okay, now we have to connect the URL. So URL connection dot connect. To display the progress, first we have to know about what is the maximum size of the file. For that, here I need some variable. I declare some variable int file length. I initialize that variable with the value 0. Okay, so now I have to find out the maximum length of the file. So file length equal to a URL connection dot get content length. Okay, now we have the file length. So now I want to create a folder inside the device internal storage. I need a folder. For that, I create some file. I name it as new folder equal to new file, and I want the folder inside my SD card, device SD card, with the folder name photo album. That is the folder name. Okay, so the first thing we have to check whether the folder is already available or not. If it is not available, we have to create the folder. So here you need to make some check. So if the new folder is already exist, so you say not operator if the new folder don't exist. If it is not exist, you have to create that folder. So new folder dot make directory. This will create the folder. Okay, now we create a folder. Now we have to put some file inside that folder. So create another file object. I name it as input file equal to new file and specify the directory. Here the directory is available on this object called file new folder. So new folder and specify some name for the file. I name it as downloaded image dot jpg. Okay, now we have to create some input stream to read the information data from the URL. So here I am going to create an object for input stream equal to new buffered input stream URL dot open stream, and here I need the input stream with some buffer, and here I am going to specify it as 8 KB 8192. This will open up an input stream with 8 KB buffer. Okay, now I want to read the information in 1 KB. For that I need some byte variable. So byte, I name it as data equal to new byte. I read the information into 1 KB, so specify the size as 1024 KB. This will read the information in 1 KB. Okay. Now we have to read the information. Before going to read the information, we need some variable. Int total equal to 0. Now need another variable int count equal to 0. Okay. Now to write the file, now to write the data, we need another variable called output stream. So create an object for output stream. I name it as output stream equal to new file output stream, and the output file is available on new folder. Okay. Now we have to read the information and write the information into the output file. For that, start some while loop, and you have to specify some condition. The condition is input stream dot read, and assign the value into variable called count equal to input stream dot read, and the loop execute until the value become -1, and you have to specify the data, and it is not equal to -1. And the condition is this value is not equal to -1. I think a bracket is missing here. Yeah, now it's okay. Okay. Now we have to update the value for the variable total. Update the value of total into count. Okay. Now we have to write the information into the output file. So output stream dot write. First specify the data. The data is available on the byte variable data. Now specify the offset, and finally you have to specify the count. Okay. Now I have to display a progress bar. For that, I have to call the publish progress method, and you have to specify some value for the progress. For that, here I declare some variable int progress equal to, and here I'm going to make some calculation. So the calculation is total into, I make the maximum progress of the progress bar into 100. So here I use total into 100 divided by the file length. Okay, and typecast this one into some integer value. Okay, now I'm going to call the publish progress method with the variable progress. Okay, so now here we have some progress, and the type of the progress is integer. So we have to change the AsyncTask generic type. So you have to change the second argument into integer. Okay, of course we have to make some modification on progress update. Change this one into integer. Okay, so now here you have to update the progress bar status. So progress dialog dot set progress values of 0. This will update the progress bar. Okay, and after finishing the background job, we have to close the streams. So input stream dot close. Now output stream dot close. Okay, and after finishing the job, we have to return some result. So here I return a string value, download complete. So here we have some result, and the type of the result is string. So here we have to modify the generic type of on the async task, so it is string. So this method return a string value, so you have to change the return type into string, and we got the result on the onPost execute method. So here instead of void you have to specify the string, and here I change this one into result. Okay, and after finishing the job, first we have to we have to hide the progress bar. So progress dialog dot call the hide method. Okay, and we have to display some result, toast dot make text, get application context, and the result is available on this variable, on this argument result. And finally make a length for the toast, make it into long, and finally make the toast visible using show method. Okay, and now we have to put the image into the image view. For that, first we have to get the image path equal to, it is available on SD card, and the folder name is photo album, and inside that folder the file name is downloaded image.jpg. Okay, now we have to set this image on the image view. So image view dot set image drawable create from path and specify the path. This will set the image on the image view. Okay, now we finish the coding. Now we have to set the permissions on the manifest file. So go to the Android manifest.xml file. You have to set the permissions. First, users permission. First here we need the internet permission. So first one is the internet permission. Now we need to here we write some information into the external storage. So you have to use permission for write into external storage. Okay, these two permissions are needed. Now go to the main activity. I think all the codings are finished now. Okay, anyway, now I am going to run the application. Okay, before going to run the application, here I found two mistakes on this code. So first we have to correct the mistake. So here output stream is equal to new file output stream, and it is not new folder. Here we create an object for file that is not new folder, it is input file. So you have to change this one into input file. That is the first mistake. Also another mistake on the while loop, this is not 1, it is -1. So you have to clear these two errors and run the application again. Now I install the application on a real device. Now I am going to start the application. Now start download. Now the download in progress. Okay, now the download is completed and the image is now available on the image view. Now we can check whether the folder is created inside the device storage. So you have to find out a file application, open that application and check on the device storage, and here is the folder. Our folder name is photo album, and inside that folder I open that folder, and inside that folder here is the downloaded image. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.